Hilda, welcome to the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Barack Obama is, according to you, guilty by association, but I don't think people can be made guilty by their association.
Well, you see, you're a child, so you don't understand what I'm saying. In order to become an FBI agent, you have to pass a background test. And one of the questions is, have you hung around with people who have committed crimes? And if you have, especially if they've been arrested for terrorism, as has William Ayers, they would not qualify to be an FBI agent. Don't you understand that?
I do understand that.
Well, what part of that don't you understand? What part of that can't you compute? What part of that can't you understand?
I can understand that. But in order to be president, you have to have a democratic voice. This is why it is America.
You see, you just jumped. It just shows you how drug-addled your mind is or how brainwashed you are. So you're saying that a man who couldn't qualify as an FBI agent, Obama, is now qualified to be the president, even though he couldn't be an FBI agent? He couldn't even pass the test to be his own bodyguard in the Secret Service. How do you figure that out? How does that work for you?
Knows George W. Bush. He has ruined our country, and why not?
Yeah, but George W. Bush never associated with known terrorists who put bombs on the police cars.
Well, Jesus Christ associated with Judas, does that make him equal to Judas? No.
No, it means that Jesus couldn't have been a Secret Service agent.
But I would love him to rule America.
You see, but now you're changing historical context in order to make a point that doesn't compute. There's an agency called the FBI. There's an agency called the Secret Service. They have very rigorous entrance exams, and they're based largely upon a person's character. Do you understand that or not? Do you know what the word character means? Or that doesn't apply over the borders of Connecticut?
Barack Obama has a great character. He's a community.
He has a great character? Hold on. Tell me this, my dear friend. Can you name one thing he has written that you remember? Name one line he's written that you can remember.
I remember in The Audacity of Hope, he said teachers, if with the right qualifications at the end of their career, should be able to earn top dollar close to $100,000.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's as good as ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. That is so literate. How come he hasn't won a Nobel Prize for it? It's such genius right there. That's as brilliant as liberalism is a mental disorder.
I'm a teacher, and I respect...
You're a teacher. My God, no wonder the children don't know what they're talking about.
Children do know what they're talking about. And
no, they don't. Not with teachers like you who don't even know what an FBI agent does.
I think an FBI...
A teacher like you should pass a loyalty oath. You shouldn't even be qualified to be a dog catcher. I wouldn't trust you in a pound with dogs, let alone in a schoolroom with children.
I respect your voice, and I respect everyone.
I don't care that you respect my voice. I think you're a danger to your students. If you don't understand that an FBI agent has to pass a background test, and you don't know what a background test is, you're a clear and present danger to your own students.
A president is another job, and we're entitled to know who we want to know. This is why...
Whoa, you see, again, you're sounding like an hysterical crybaby child. So a president should not even be required to pass the equivalent of an FBI exam?
No. I think that a president should be entitled to know who he wants. That's why it's America.
All right, I can't talk with you. You're below the level of a fifth grader. You're in the perfect field for yourself.